Hey Capricorn, this is your February 25th reading. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers and those who choose to leave comments and like and even dislike and even just lurk. I really do appreciate the time you take out of your day to spend with me. So thank you very, very much. If you would like to be notified of when your future readings come out, like and subscribe. If you feel like leaving a comment, I love reading the comments, and I do try to get back to all of you. And then your dailies, I do try my best to get them out 9 p.m. Eastern time the day before, or the evening before. So let's get into your February 25th. I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot again. All right. February 25th for Capricorn. What is happening for February 25th for Capricorn? What is Capricorn's focus, obstacle, advice, and outcome? Please and thank you for Capricorn February. Come on now. 25th. February 25th. Capricorn. Please and thank you. Okay, that was 2. February 25th. Capricorn. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, we have 10 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Temperance reversed. Alright, Capricorn. What's going on with you? The good news is that your focus for the February 25th is that you have realized that you're carrying too much, like you're kind of being weighed down too much by you're just overburdened. So you're taking on too much, you're taking too much with you, you're trying to carry it all, and you're realizing you can't do that. You're realizing that you have to let some of it go. You might have to give some to some other people, or, decide what's really important and focus on that stuff right now. Your obstacle is the 7 of Swords. So but it's reversed. So the 7 of Swords, it's the betrayal, the dishonesty, the sneakiness. This could also mean running away. And I'm not getting that the running away is kind of what's sticking. But I'm getting that you're kind of, because these cards are very much talking to me or talking to each other. So you're letting go of some of your responsibilities. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Not responsibilities, burdens. You're letting go. You're reprioritizing, in a way. Not that you plan on leaving it all together. But you're leaving. I feel like someone else was putting a lot of burdens on you. And you're kind of like, this isn't fair. Why do I have to carry your shit? I got my own stuff to carry. So you're giving them back to them. Or you're just leaving them where they are anyways, because the other person isn't going to deal with them anyways. Yep. So you're like, I'm tired of being the one carrying all the work. You take your stuff back because you don't help me with mine. I'm not going to... I just can't do yours too, because I'm working on my own. The advice is the 10 of Swords. It's a lovely card as the advice sword, isn't it? Which the Ten of Swords is, yeah, you're leaving something. You're leaving a situation or a person that was just over. All it was is it was a burden. You're leaving it. Like, well, I don't necessarily feel like there was out and out betrayal. There was some lying and deceptive stuff going on, because you do have the Seven of Swords, which talks about lies and deceit. And yeah. I feel like when you tell this person that you're not going to carry their weight anymore, that they need to kind of carry their own, they're not going to like it. And so they like might, you know, kind of like stab you in the back a little bit. But really what I'm getting, you just need to cut this. You just need to leave it behind. I mean, you just need to cut it out of your life in a very, very dramatic kind of way, sort of. Like, you need to let it go. And I get that it's going to be painful, because it's going to be an ending. Like, I feel like it's going to be like a very final ending. And it's going to be sad and it's going to be painful, but that's what's needed. And your advice is that you're going to feel off balance. You have the Temperance reversed, you know, and she's normally talking about harmony, balance, you know, things like that. But I get that this is what's needed. This is what's needed for you, Capricorn. I mean, it's what's needed. Because, and you have to let go of this person or whatever's, this could be a job too. I mean, I do kind of see it as a relationship, but it could be a job. It could just be a friendship. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. But in order for you to find your balance, your peace, your harmony, you know, you need to get rid of this burden, these this overwhelm. I mean, look, you have, so your focus is getting rid of the burden, to getting rid of the dead weight, the extra weight, all of this worry. And your advice is, yeah, you need to let go of that shit. Just carry yours. And you're going to feel imbalanced with it for a while, but it's going to, you're unbalanced anyways, you know. You almost feel like you're drowning in all of this extra crap you're carrying. So you're out of balance anyway. So when you free some of that out, not that it magically just, oh, I feel like everything's in such balance. Well, then you're dealing with this loss and sadness. You know, this has been happening for a while. This has been a long-term thing. It's going to hurt. You know, you're going to have to deal with that first. But your balance will come. You know, your happiness will come. Your harmony will come. You just got to cut the dead weight, cut the baggage, cut the burden. All right, so what oracle? I get to heal yourself, because I feel like that's kind of what you're wanting, is to heal yourself. So Capricorn, what message or guidance do you have for my Capricorn friends for February 25th? Please and thank you. What message or guidance do you have for Capricorn for February 25th? Please and thank you. Okay. Selling out. This is always an interesting card. You've been selling out for this other person. I don't mean that in a bad way, but you've been selling yourself out. You haven't been true to yourself. You know, they just, or the situation, you know, they just keep taking, and you don't have anything left to take or to give, but they still keep taking. And so I don't get that you're selling out like in a bad way. I just feel like, really, I get you're selling yourself short because you're just doing what this other person is asking and letting it, like, you know, I mean, you know, aside from all the blood and that weirdness that's on here, I mean, this is a really weird card for me when I first saw it, but, you know, it's like this person or situation is going to keep taking from you. It's like gonna, not, I want to say humanity, but it's going to be taken, it's not, that's not the right word. It's like taking pieces from you. Like if you like look at her eyes, I don't know how well you can see this, but if you like look at her eyes, it's not like she's dead inside, because I don't get that's what it is. It's just like she's not living life on her terms, and you can kind of see that she's just kind of, she's doing stuff that she doesn't want to do, you know, for someone else. And it's kind of just like taking chunks of her soul. And I get really what you're doing here is just taking back yourself. You know, you're just taking back yourself. You're not going to be doing these things for other people anymore. You're just going to be doing what is, you know, brings pieces of you back to you. Because in this, I mean, even in this card, look, I mean, he's just, like, I don't think he's even really in there. Like, if you could see his eyes up close, like, I think they would just be, like, exhausted. They would be, like, there's no real trace of who he was, his personality, because it's just work right now. All right, Capricorn. Yeah, that was kind of a heavy reading. But I do see this as a turning point of sorts. You're kind of seeing what's going on, and you're taking the steps, or working on trying to take the steps, because they're not easy steps, to, you know, finding you again and living life on your terms again. All right, Capricorn. I hope to see you next time.